Benin Kingdom, coastside, the night before the Festival of Spirits. The sky blackened, thunder moaned like a spirit beaten, palm trees bent in fear. The sky cracked open like an ancient pot. Thunder rolled in from the horizon, rumbling like drums played by invisible giants. Rain lashed down in angry waves, soaking the red earth, washing through the streets of Benin like a curse, seeking vengeance. In the great palace, even the torch flames flickered weakly, like they were afraid. Drummers stopped, dancers shivered in their wrappers, palace guards stared out toward the sea, mumbling prayers under their breath. A trembling servant knelt before the Oba of Benin. Your Highness, the sea, it is rejecting the offering. The festival boat, it did not return. The king's face was stone. Then something older than we know has awakened. Outside the palace walls, villagers gathered at the beach. The sea was boiling. The shrine of Olokun, god of the ocean, stood crooked, its carved face dripping with water as if it wept. In the distance, a large ship tossed like a calabash in a flood. Not one of theirs. White sails, torn to shreds, foreign markings. Children pointed, "It's Oyibo ship! Siam, ide sink!" With a loud groan, the vessel cracked into two. A burst of blue light shot into the sky, just for a moment. But it came from beneath the sea. Everyone went silent, and then nothing. Just the sea, calming again, as if it had finished feeding. Some said they saw a woman with long white hair rise from the water. Some said they heard a baby cry. Some said the Mirror of Olokun had been released. But all agreed on one thing. That night was not ordinary. That night the gods came to shore. The morning after the storm, Prince Oba, first son of the Oba of Benin, wandered to the sea alone. He had heard the whispers about the lightning, the strange woman, and the foreign ship. He walked slowly, his feet sinking into wet sand. The sea was calm now, too calm. Then something shimmered beneath the shallow water. A mirror, round, gold-edged, glowing faintly blue. He reached for it, and the moment his fingers touched it, the sea hummed. A voice echoed in his mind, "Do not look unless you are ready to see beyond this world." He pulled back, trembling, but curiosity had already possessed him. Back at the palace, the priests gathered in a hidden chamber, eyes red from sleepless nights, voices low and worried. The Mirror of Olokun has been freed. No one must touch it. If a mortal gazes into it, the price will be blood. But what if the prince already has? Whispered the youngest priest. The high priest looked up slowly, his voice like thunder. Then the kingdom will bleed, and the sea will not stop. That evening, the Oba summoned his son. My son, there are things we must never touch. Some waters drown more than the body. Oba bowed, but said nothing. The mirror was already hidden beneath his bed, and each night he stared into it, and each night a face began to appear. At first, only flashes. Pale hair, soft skin, silver eyes. But by the third night, the girl spoke. I am Adasuwa, daughter of the sea. Why have you woken me? Oba blinked. You're not real. She smiled, sadly. Then why do you feel this in your heart? He touched his chest. It beat wildly. From that night, they spoke every night. He stopped going to palace council, ignored warrior training. He was falling into the mirror, falling into the sea. Adasuwa told him her story. She was once a human princess, taken by the sea for her beauty. She refused to marry the spirit king and was imprisoned in the Mirror of Olokun. Only a royal of strong will could see her. Only one, untamed by fear. Oba. But one night, a servant named Okoro saw blue light from the prince's room. He peeked, and his legs went weak. The prince was laughing and crying to a mirror, touching it like a lover. Okoro ran to the high priest. The priest stormed in that night, but the mirror had vanished, hidden by Adesua's magic. Oba stared at them coldly. You fear what you don't understand. The high priest warned. You are not playing with love, Prince. You are stirring the wrath of the deep. But Oba only smiled. That night, the mirror did more than speak. It pulled him in. He found himself under the sea, breathing water, surrounded by glowing fish and golden shrines. Adesua was there, fully real. She touched his face. Now you know what I know. Now you are part of me. But before they could kiss, the water shook. A voice boomed from the deep. Return him, or the blood of kings will flood the shores. Oba awoke, gasping, soaked with salt water. He could no longer eat, could no longer sleep. He didn't care for the crown, or the council, or the people. Only her, Adesua. He carved her name into palace walls. He spoke her name in his dreams, and soon the whispers began. The prince has gone mad. The Oba called a blind seer, an old woman with one eye sealed by a scar. She held Oba's torn cloth and whispered into the fire. He has crossed the water. He has touched the cursed bride of Olokun. He is marked. The Oba clenched his fist. What will happen to him? The woman's mouth trembled. Your son will love her and lose everything. One final night, Oba stared into the mirror. Adesua said, there is only one way I can be free. You must come fully. Come beneath the sea. Leave your world. Forever? He asked. She nodded. And he whispered, then I will. He kissed the mirror and disappeared. By morning, his bed was empty. His clothes still warm. Only a puddle of seawater remained. The mirror was gone. The kingdom mourned. Bells rang. The Oba wept. But deep in the sea, in a palace no human had ever seen, two lovers danced, but not all was joy, because the Sea King had noticed. And part 2 would be war. Let me know when you're ready for part 2.
Midnight again.
Oba stood at the edge of the sea, his body marked with white chalk, sacred red thread bound to his wrists, and a charm from Necker resting on his tongue. The ocean was quiet, waiting. Once you cross, the sea owns your breath. Do not forget your name. Slow footsteps in wet sand, heartbeats begin to build. He stepped forward. 1, 2, 3, sudden low whoosh, like a curtain being pulled open underwater. The sea parted, not splashing, as if it remembered him. Oba walked in like a dream and vanished. Underwater ambience, echoey, ethereal bubbles and chimes. Everything was blue. The water shimmered like an upside-down sky. He was breathing, but not like a man. His lungs felt light, his body weightless. He floated down through a tunnel of glowing fish, jellyfish the size of drums, pulsing slowly. Then silence. Ahead, a gate of living coral. 2 stone lions stood watch, their pearl eyes shining. The gate opened. Oba entered Ulawat, the forbidden kingdom beneath the sea.
Oh, humming.
3 shadowy figures approached, cloaked in seaweed, silver masks hiding their faces. They spoke no words, yet Oba understood.
We are the witnesses.
We are the witnesses. Follow us. She waits. His heart began to race. Soft music, glassy wind chimes, gentle water swells. They led him to a palace of seashell and glass, floating in a glowing lagoon, and there, behind bars of golden light, was Adesua. Her hair drifted like a memory. Her fingers reached for him.
Oba! Adesua!
Magic humming from the golden cage. Their hands nearly touched, but the barrier held.
You came!
I will break this cage. I swear on my blood. But Adesua looked away. No one who enters this world ever leaves the same. Days passed, or hours. Time meant nothing below the sea. Oba came every day. They laughed, they wept, they sang. And when he sang with her, the coral walls glowed softly, a sign love was growing.
Keep on rising up!
But so was the danger. Long ago, the Sea King desired me. I refused him, so he cursed me. I must wait for a prince who loves me not with his eyes, but with his soul. And if we fail, then the kingdoms above and below drown in sorrow.
Distant heartbeats a bit.
One day, Oba tried to count his fingers and forgot how. He tried to recall his father's face and couldn't. Time was eating him. You must choose soon. Stay with me forever or return before your name fades from the earth. Low splashing. A croaking voice rising from the dark. A crone rose from the deep. Skin cracked like volcanic rock. Eyes glowing red. Boy who carries 2 hearts. You trespass in a realm of old pain. Break the mirror law, and you become water itself. What is the mirror law? To free her, someone must take her place. Oba knelt at the golden cage. He began the chants Necker had taught him, words in tongues forgotten by time. His blood fell into a bowl of salt water and moon sand. The cage cracked. It's working. Sudden rumble, echoes of something ancient moving in the deep. But something stirred behind them. Back in the world of men, the palace grew cold, crops withered, rivers ran dry, villagers murmuring, wind rustling through dry fields. The prince is dead. The gods are angry. The Oba of Benin stared into his water bowl and saw only death, gentle paddling, a haunting song in the distance. An old priest.
An old priestess prepared her crossing. Wrapped in white clothes, she climbed into her canoe and sang a song only the spirits remembered. She entered the sea and faded. Some said she became mist, others say a man-made, but all agreed she went to bring the prince home. The cage cracked again. One more chant, Adesat said, and I will be free. Oba raised his hand, and then he saw her, his mother, her face in the water, tears on her cheeks, calling his name. Adesat's voice broke through. If you break the cage, you stay here forever. He froze, torn between two words. Beneath the crowd, an ancient bell began to toll. Once, twice, three times, the ocean shook, fishes fled upward, whales pools formed. He is waking, Adesua cried. We are out of time. A mirror rose before them, floating, glowing, and cracked down the middle. The water turned red. You must decide now, she pleaded. The witness returned. Choose, choose. Stay and be king beside her, or live and forget her forever. Oba looked into Adesa's eye and whispered, I will return, I swear it. She reached for him, but he was already fading. The ocean closed behind him. He watched ashore, cold and breathless. The human world welcomed him with silence, and Nneka was waiting. She looked at the mirror he held in his hand. You left her behind? She asked quietly. Oba dropped to his knees, and behind him the sea roared with fury. Far below in the darkness, the Sea King smiled.